afternoon, everyone. So my name is Eric Feyen. I'm the technical director of UIRR. So the name has been already mentioned, I think, for this previous project. So UIRR is the association promoting combined transport in Europe. So we are represent the combined transport operators and also the terminal facilities in Europe, and we roughly represent 50% of cross-border traffic in Europe. So UIRR is the coordinator of the bridge, and I would like here to give a special thank to Giuseppe and also their colleagues, I think, for organizing this common workshop. Because Bridge is a project about digitalization intermodal freight transport. May I ask you to the next slide, Mateusz? Yeah. So I will present the overall purpose of the project. Then we have our consultants, so Roland Klüber and Roland Frini. They will go through the current activities that we have performed in the study part of this project. And we would like to exchange the first feedback that we have received and to discuss, I think, the open points that we have on the table for the moment. Okay, let's go then to the presentation and the purpose of the bridge. So in a nutshell, next slide, please. So it's a CEF infrastructure project on digitalization. So it's a 36 months. So we have started on the 1st of October 25. It will be closing in September 28. We are 20 partners. We are the coordinator. You have Marlow Consultants. So Roland Frinting is our technical coordinator. And our dissemination is one of the LSA member is Codognoto. It's a budget of 5 million euro with a funding rate of 50%. Slide, please. So main purpose of Bridge, so the buzzword is digital ecosystem, is intermodal freight transport, is about digital standardization, is about door-to-door perspective, and that's maybe the most important. We would like to address, I think, a digital full spectrum, so including consignors, including LSP, including terminals, including city operators, and then we have all the railway environment with the railway infrastructure manager and also the railway undertakings. We have a policy context, so we have the new version of the TSI telematic. We will come back a bit later in the presentation. So we have the so-called EFTI data sets. We have the data act. So we have a lot of, I think, policy environment. And then we have one data exchange that we have is EDIGS. And how can we combine those worlds? So meaning the world of the intermodal, but also then with the suppliers and also the customer side. We have to measure those improvements because we are not doing digital only for the fun of digitalizing our services and on our offers. Is really, I think, to offer a better service at the end to the customer. So we have to have measurable improvements. So that will be then our KPIs in the project. The process is very important, I think, to harmonize them, to go towards, I think, process in the terminals, for example, that we have a similar attitude towards our customers. The same for the CT operators when exchanging data with the customers. It can be data, but it also can be somehow document sharing, and that's certainly in the case of the FTI. Governance rule is very often seen as an obstacle, I think, for digitalization. So how digital platform providers are today dealing with this governance? Are they open? Are they closed? So we had some questions on that. And then comes at the end, the purpose is really to improve the data sharing to make it much more transparent than today. Next slide, please. Have in summary in this triangle, so the key results on the first, we will come back to that. At the end, we have, and that's our vision for 2030, so to draft a roadmap for the business ecosystem of combined transport. The core will be then practical demonstrators, and we have here 20 partners. There will be horizontal activities, vertical activities, and we will try to improve, I think, this digital aspect on the main 10T lines. We are speaking about door-to-door data sharing, so we are going to have a new version of our data exchange, so this EDITS 5.0, that will be also fully compliant with the TSI telematic. We have to integrate much more the rail undertakings and the IMs that are included in the so-called RNAT system. So RNAT system is a system that has been designed by the infrastructure manager to exchange real-time data on the trains running on the infrastructure. And then the core mission or main output of this project will be then to be compliant with the TSI telematic. So how combined transport that has been now inserted in this regulation will be then, we will demonstrate how our sector can be compliant with that. The same is for EFTI. We have started a task for that to see if EFTI has an added value or not for intermodal. And if this is the case, how should we then design it? And then also then my colleague will do then a presentation of our concept about minimum viable data set that should be then exchanged among the stakeholders and up to the consignor and the consignee. Terminal integration is very important. A lot of legislation are imposing new requirements on the terminals. So specifically then the TSI telematic. So we have as a terminal association to make it sure that all the terminals will go in the same direction, and in particular for those SMEs. We have a lot of SMEs. So very recently, the Commission has released a study on the terminals. They have identified roughly 1,000 terminals in Europe. So meaning that those 1,000 terminals must be ready in the next 3 or 4 years, I think, to exchange data. And then again, for compliance, we need to address, I think, this in the different requirements that are now set by legislation. Next slide, please. So the consortium, it's a door-to-door perspective. That's why we have a mix of intermodal stakeholders. So in the middle, you have our technical support, so Marlow Consultant. We have the association, UIRR, and BIC. BIC is the Bureau International de Conteneurs. So that's an organization that's also dealing with some reference data. So that's more the maritime side that you see also in our logo. On the top right, we are speaking about road and rail, but we have to also then to integrate the shipping or the maritime part of intermodal. That's the reason why we have also ports and intermodal terminal operators. So we have single terminal, small ones, but we have also larger entities, including also then the port community. So we have as a partner here the Port of Rotterdam and also the Port of Koper, because really I think those two ports are not for the moment evolving in the same direction, and certainly the port community system are not the same. So we have also then on board the digital providers. So we have the Altis Group, we have also the Caesar company, and we have also then the company that is dealing with the Port of Koper and developing the port community system. On the bottom left, you have all the intermodal operators that are part. So that's a large variety. You have very large operators like Kupak and Combifec and their SEO. We have then also one Slovenian partner in Adria Combi. We have an Italian one, the GTS, and then we have one active operator, TX Logistics, that is mainly addressing or offering services between Germany and Italy. We have one customers on board, that's Kononoto. And then we have at the end also then railway undertaking, so meaning that we have at least 3 companies that are also offering then the the railway traction to the operators. The next slide, please. So in a nutshell, that's the structure of the project. So we are in a CEF project that is focusing on studies. So that's why we have a work package 2, in which we are today this data sharing in intermodal freight transport. So we have split this work package in 3 activities. So we are speaking about a state-of-the-art analysis, how do we stand today in the chain with the different actors. We have then the process analysis, so how are the process today. And then we have then consolidating the outputs of 2.1 and 2.2 in this so-called gap analysis and recommendation. And then we will then start in September the demonstrators. So we have horizontal activity, so it's the end-to-end message exchange, and then there will be a focus activity on the terminal digitalization, and then we have a third pillar about the data exchange format and also the reference file. And then all the work package 2 and work package will be addressed in the work package 4. That's more the vision with the ecosystem and the roadmap. But this will be part of the presentation of Roland Frindig. Next slide, please. So to make it clear, so we have a governance structure. So we have a project coordination office, UIRR. We have a technical management committee with Edding and Konodioto. And as usual for any project, we have a so-called plenary meeting or general assembly with our partners. But we are also supported supported by an advisory board. So you have here the list of the current, and one of them is Alice that have also joined the advisory board. And again, if there are some here guests from this workshop that would be interesting to join this advisory board, let us know. We are pleased, of course, to welcome you also on board. Next slide, please. So the next topic is more and more important, is dissemination promotion activities. So addressing, I think, bridge in different workshops, in different webinars. I'm just here highlighting one of the activities that we are going to do. So bridge will be present in the transport research arena in Budapest. So that's in between 18th of 21st of May. And we are pleased to join the Alice stand for the 4 days. And we will have also then a 30-minute presentation in the Alice Innovation Theater. So we have now signed somehow the contract with Alice, so everything is confirmed. We have just now to book our travels and also to buy the tickets, but we will be there. And again, that's a great opportunity, I think, for us, I think, to be present at this TRA conference, and also then to join the Alice stand for the first time. So here, with that, I'm closing the overall project ideas and scope.